Hi everybody, we are at the entrance to a new chunk of trail, and I've been here with a group of 20 people all weekend trying to get this open for everybody. It is open for business. We're calling it a soft open. You know, blazes could use a little touch up, but they are up. That entrance is off the road Old 26. It starts on Old 26 and ends at Old 26, regardless of which way you're going, north or south. Down to Plover River or up to the Kettlebowl. For those of you that are gonna sneak out here right away, I wanna let you know, this landowner, that landowner, that landowner, that landowner are all gonna be out here hunting during deer season. So even though this will be open to the public during deer season, I do not recommend this one as a hike. I like to stick to my road walks for hiking during deer season. But it is what it is, or how you want it to be. But anyways, you can come out here, you can successfully maneuver this portion of the trail. Some of the crew is still here. Some will be clearing out because the rain just picked up. As you can tell, the blazes are a little light. It should get us through till spring, where we can get out here and do some proper blazes. Ah, it's really coming down. I kind of wish my hoodie was a raincoat now, but it'll keep it off me for a little while. A little piece of ribbon. Get that out of here. We have been fiercely working on these switchbacks this week, actually today. I see our freshly planted blazes are holding water beads on them. That's a good sign. I think there was a couple of us that were worried it was going to blur the blazes. I'm seeing a volunteer just up here. Looks like someone went out to check out the DCA. You know, as we've all walked the property 6 times today, but you know, there's some parts of it you don't see. I'm occasionally going to wipe the screen here. This place is full of erratics. The ground foliage covers quite a few of them. Gonna grab a ribbon here. Maybe I'm gonna grab a ribbon. I'll give you a break. Ah, I recovered the ribbon. You didn't want to watch that. It was pretty ugly. Me jumping up and down like I was an inch short. I've been calling this little chunk the patio. It's been done for quite some time, but I'll take you up to the DCA really quick. A Boy Scout working on his Eagle project. Eagle Scout project? I'm not quite sure how they say that. Has been organizing what's the needs up here at the top of this DCA. I'll wipe the screen. Okay. There's a bench up here. He's going to replace that. We're going to find a new home for that bench at some point. He's thrown in a couple tent pads up here. Other than that, kind of a standard DCA. What I really like about this one is that he put some flat surfaces in there. And that'll be great for cooking on. For those of you who are not so sure-footed, you might want to wait till it's super dry to come up here. All right, back on trail. Kind of like this. I knew something fun would be here. I knew it would involve some rocks. Just walked way too much trail not to know that. And that's exactly what they did. The last 2 days, actually 3 days I've been here. We came in Friday, just did some cosmetics, knocked out rocks from the trail, things like that. And Friday, Saturday, we had the crews here, and they were able to take on bigger projects. Last half hour I was up here, the crew was up here changing up some things. A couple were on top of the hill, a couple were down here by a rock retaining wall and building off that. Kind of coming down into a kettle lake. I hear voices. So I'm back. We are a little better condition than when I left off last time. It was raining, we had tools to get out of the woods and get out of the woods safely. So sometimes you just got to turn a video off and get some work done. And then my GoPro died, so we're onto a phone. So sorry about the format change, but you know, you can still see this trail for what it is. It's going to look a little different on your screen, but it's very rough. And you know, it's going to be that way till spring, and when we can get out here and do the finalizing stuff. But this might be a great little snowshoe little loop for people who maybe completed the trail or something along that line, or just want to do something fun. Some of the things to think about when you're picking up this portion of the trail is, where am I going to park? So that's a great question, because there is no parking on this. But you can get down in the side of the road of Old 26, Nickel Road, and those are really the better ones. I would recommend looking at parking on the side of the road in Nickel Road and walking down to the trail from there. There is no parking at either trailhead that are great. The southern portion of this is, you know, if there's snow, that's not going to be plowed out. We have some great neighbors who kept it mowed for us this summer. That was nice of them. We had enough mowing to do on the inside of this just to be able to get to the bottom of this crazy foliage. This property was clear cut before we bought it, so lots of brambles and lots of natural flowers, even beehives, even ground bees, quite a few. Also, all day we've been chasing 2 deer around this property. It's been pretty cool to know that someone was 10 minutes in front of you and walk through, and you have deer prints on top of your deer prints, or deer prints on top of your footprints already. So it's nice to see the blazes are beating water. This is my favorite feature. It's my favorite feature on the property. And I highly recommend that you come up here, take a look at this property, and then go home and look at it on the DNR sites LiDAR readouts that they have available. Didn't take me long to find where they had it. In fact, it only took me like 3 minutes. But anyways, it kind of seemed like this was a kettle over here, and this seemed like it was like a ice wall plain, some type. It's really, really interesting. I first looked at this property for sale 3 years ago, and well, nearly 3 years ago, I guess. It was 2 years ago that we first stepped onto this property as owning it, or at least the Ice Age Trail owning it. And it's been fun to watch the transformation, to go from the absolute most pain in the butt property I've ever seen before to trail. So if you look at LiDAR, there is a wall out there, way out there, and it comes around, and this is the other side of the lake over here. It's pretty cool to see on the LiDAR, because it's just geek out. I don't know. So here's where you can kind of see some of the old 26 over there, where you would have been walking on the road. Actually, they cut out a really dangerous section over here of a road that we used to have to walk, and I'm really glad that that's gone. Right by we actually go around the old deer farm, if you are familiar with the area. when we first walked this property, before we even owned it, in the spring of 21, we thought this was an esker. We thought for sure. But nope, I don't think so. But it is kind of cool. If you look at the map and where this ridge points at, it kind of points towards the Kettlebowl, which I think is pretty cool considering we're following the terminal moraines. This is part of the Hummock Lobe Advance. I don't know if I'm using these words right, you know, but it is what it is. We got another treat. I can hear another crew that hung on for another half hour, working through downpouring rain. There's a little stump. Well, something like that still needs to be knocked out. It's walkable, but just not grade A trail yet, or AKA soft opening. While we were working on trail here, we would see hikers coming up the road. Talk about pretty cool. I don't know if you guys met a Mary, who was a thru hiker this year. We met her here, got her a couple Gatorades and chit-chatted and sent her on the way. Supposed to retreat down here. Still working on some stairs. That's how fresh this is. So do these stairs have a name yet?
They're not grand enough for a name.
Not grand enough for a name.
They're not grand enough for no name stairs.
What are you calling them? Alice declares.
We're calling them the Anago Silt Loaves.
There we go. The Anago Silt chairs. I love it.
I played the song for him here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Now they'll never get out of their head.
All right. We decided this is named No Name Stairs because in Langlade County we have a couple no-namer stuff. As they walk out, they identify more things they can move in the spring. You gotta love it. Absolutely love it. So this tour is coming to an end here pretty quick. It is brought to you by many people who have worked on this. I couldn't have done this without the support and guardianship of Patrick and Dave and all other Alliance staff. Claire got us a few songs. Kevin bought it. All sorts of fun stuff. And thank yous to be done. And certainly no I in any of this. It's definitely a we story. And here we are at Old 26. Langlade County, we got this nice little unique sign. We're using that as a trailhead sign until we can get the a little more official. Thanks everybody. See you on the trail.